Hey YouTube, this is Big Country with Big Country Survival. Alright. I'll spare you. Alright, this is a Romanian Wasser AK. Fires 7.62 by 39. And is practically indestructible. Alright, I'm an AK fan. For bugging out SHTF, I'm an AK fan. Just, if nothing else, I don't know. Alright, I know it's kind of cliche, but the durability, there really is something to that. Okay? I know stories of family members that I had that were over in the desert with their M16s, which, okay, it's an AR. Alright, it's the military version of an AR. Okay, and they get like 2 or 3 grains of sand in, and they had a single shot. They'd go and find weapons caches out buried, just buried in the sand, just like this. I mean, safety was on, but just buried in the desert. And they'd take it and just rattle it around and shake the worst of the sand out, and it'd fire fine. It'd empty the full magazine. Okay, so if nothing else but durability, ability to function under pressure, and cost, okay, when I bought this was a much cheaper option than any ARs out there on the market. But that has quite possibly changed now. Alright, if you're noticing the kind of sort of paint job, yeah, that was me. And to be perfectly honest, I don't ever intend on selling this thing, so I'm not worried about my resale value. I wanted it to be functional. I have these are some pretty new magazines. This is 30 round. This is a 40. I have some of the actual steel magazines in there that they actually came with the gun. So yeah, so this is about the biggest, the only real permanent modification I actually made to this thing was this little paint job here. I kind of modified my sling, and I'm going to redo the paracord in a less orange color. That was a kind of a modification of boredom. I sat down with some blaze orange paracord and said, you know what could I make? So I just started plaiting it together, and this is what you have. And I made it. It's like a single point sling now. Fits. It's pretty comfortable to walk around in. Easy to get to. So there's that. Got flashlight on it. That's really the only thing I've actually added on to it. It's just one of those universal mounts. Has a regular and strobe. so it's pretty bright. I didn't pay a lot of money for it, but I think it'll do the job. For those of you who aren't familiar with AKs, I mean, the Russians were some smart cookies, okay? I mean, they knew how to make stuff work and make it function. I mean, this is a complete cleaning toolkit, you know, repair kit, little repair kit, all built in, and it all goes into your buttstock. Just slips in there. Right there is your ramrod for cleaning. I'm not going to fool with taking it out right now. It's actually a pain in the neck. But it's there. I don't have to carry a cleaning kit. If you've seen my video on my toolkit for my bug out bag, you know I've got WD-40. That's what I clean these things with. And so far I've heard people say not to do that. So far I have not had any issues. And I've left these things sit and then went out and shot off, you know, a couple hundred rounds. You know, I've not had any issues. You know, maybe if I was using an AR or something along those lines, I might. But, you know, maybe there are some guns that won't work for. I don't know. But hunting guns, this thing, I use WD-40. It's kind of a good for everything setup. So, this is my AK setup. This pouch here is actually made for AK magazines. You can fit 3, then, you know, little extra tools, kit, pouches, and things of that nature. Water purification tabs, medical, what have you. Can't remember what country this came from. I want to say Romania also, but I don't remember for sure. There's one of them down there. So it has these loops that I'm assuming at one point was designed for their pack system, whichever country this came from, but it fit perfectly. It works real well on my belt. So I just have it on my left side here, my belt. I'm good to go. That's 3 magazines plus this one. The only bad part about this 40 round magazine is it won't fit in there. I have another one of those. Actually came with 2. I bought it off of Sportsman's Guide. You know, like I said, it's military surplus. It said used, but it was practically new out of the, you know, practically new when I opened up the box after ordering it. I put a little bit of wear and tear on it. Yeah, this is my setup. Pretty basic, pretty, you know, rudimentary, cheap, whatever you want to call it. But you know what? It works for me. I got something going bump in the night. I got 40 rounds to figure out what it is. You know, I'm an AK lover. I love AKs. They're comfortable. I don't have any issues with accuracy on this particular AK. I have no issues whatsoever. I mean, but I also know my gun. And to me, I think it is a lot more important than the actual, you know, accuracy of the firearm. You can, if you really know your firearm, you can do some stuff that the firearm was not intended to do. That's me. You know, I'll do me, you do you. Another disadvantage, I will say another disadvantage, is the AK, unfortunately, is the ultimate bad guy gun. I mean, really, especially the people not familiar with firearms, the AK just has that scary look that says, ISIS, ISIS, terrorist, terrorist, oh no. When in reality, all it is a tool. It's a gun. It's no more or less evil than the person wielding it, you know? But it can get you stopped, probably would get you stopped a lot quicker or a lot more hostilely um, if there is some semblance of law and order than, say, an AR or your granddaddy's shotgun. But you know, you take the good and the bad. There's pros and cons to all of them. You figure out what works best for you. For me, this is it. Um, Ideally, if you're in a group, you want to standardize your ammunition, but it's not the worst thing in the world if you can't. You know, you guys figure out what works for you. This is just some ideas of stuff that I've done to this gun. Um, you know, I buy a fair amount of stuff off of Sportsman's Guide, accessory-wise, because they have a lot of comm block stuff, a lot of old, commie surplus, and just military surplus in general. And the commies were the ones that were using these, so I can get better stuff. I can get more stuff in that way for a lot less money by doing this. Like I said, the pouches. I'll show you some other comm block stuff in another video that I think is pretty cool. Anyway, there's my gun. This is my rifle. This is my gun. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. Y'all have a good day. Hit like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Leave a comment. Comment section below if you have any suggestions for this AK. I will take them into consideration, provided they are actual suggestions. This is Big Country Survival. Signing out. God bless.